Hey there, stranger. Don't be afraid. I don't mind. I'm happy to see that my message helped get you here safe and sound. Let me introduce myself. I'm Kovac. Delighted to meet you. You'll have to forgive me for this somewhat distant welcome. But we both know that these days, unpleasant encounters are a dime a dozen. And even though I get the feeling there's a bit of electricity between us, I figure we should get to know each other one step at a time. Great. So, let's get this thing underway. Good. Now that the introductions are over, I'm going to make you go through a quick selection test. I've had too many unfortunate surprises in the past. I don't let just anybody stick around. It won't take long. It's just to test your ability to stay in one piece when up against empty and very non-so. I'm going to ask you to go into the forest and not come back until all of the occupants have been, shall we say, pacified. And if you decide to gather a few medicinal herbs while you're there, go for it. They grow pretty much everywhere around there, and I figure you're going to need some soon. Get going. I'll wait for you. Not bad for a rookie. The style was a bit unpolished, but I can see you've got potential. Anyway, I think you just convinced me to welcome you. Not too sure of the name yet. What do you think? I'm sort of hesitating between Kovac Grad or maybe Kovac. I want a name that's really unifying and bold. Anyway, we can think. Don't be afraid. You're going to accomplish great things. Seeing as how we're now friends, I guess I should open the door to my humble... Don't move. I'll unlock it right away. Interesting. I guess the introductions will have to wait. Find a way to fix this goddamn... Okay, you win, stupid mechanical buck. So, we'll ask our new friend now if he can go find something to fix it in town. You don't mind. A bit of oil should do the trick. You should be able to find some in town. One of the few stores that haven't been. While you're there, you might as well collect as much food and drink as you can. A hungry or thirsty survivor already has bomb food. I'll be waiting here for you. I'm not going anywhere, obviously. And if you can find something better than that bat of yours, go for it. When you know where to look, you can find weapons everywhere. Or make them. Great, you found some. And you're still in one piece. You'll have me any day. Let's fix this damn door now. You can just slide the oil into the air duct there. Thank you. I'll unlock it right away.
Weapon and ammo.
Finally get to see you in the flesh. I've already told you how but there's something else to guard against that. So you're feeling all right, and so you can upgrade your equipment. You need a camp, and every camp worthy of the name has a trunk, even an ugly one. Without one, you can't store what you find, so I'll explain how to build your very own trunk. You're going to need wood, rope, wood and fabric you can find pretty much everywhere in the forest. Rope, on the other hand, is kind of... I suggest you look for some in the swamp. There's always some lying around, unless that old nutcase got there. He goes wandering around the bog sometimes. Then he's not fighting with his... But whatever. First, go and find what you need to make your trunk. I mean, outside, on the surface. Not here in my bunker. It would clash with the decor. No offense. One last thing before you go. If you haven't already done so, go take a look at my store. You'll find what you need to make a few weapons that just good luck survive. Great. Your wood is a bit rotten and the rope a bit frayed, but with my help, we should be able to make something out of it anyway. I'll explain everything when you get back to the surface. It shouldn't take too long. Once your trunk is finished, come back and see me. I'll have another mission.
Survivor, you've collected enough. Press the camp button to play. Buildings placed in the camp can be...
that you've placed the first stone of your building. I'm talking about your truck, Survivor. We'll move on to the next. Here's what I suggest. Survivor, this just won't do. You'll never make it if you keep fighting with a weapon as punchless as that. You need a gun. Nothing better for braining those damned infected. And I think I know where you can get the material you need. There's an abandoned house in the countryside not far from here. Farmers always have what they need. You should take that as a lesson. A true survivor should always be prepared. I suggest you go now, unless you want someone else with the same idea to grab all the good stuff. Like they say, first come on, get a move.